Good morning. Didn't realize I was going yet. How's everybody this morning? I would love to hear from you. If you guys push a like button or you can type me a little message, that'd be so great to know you're out there. Today, I want to talk a little bit about being content with where we are. I have been working on something in therapy. One of the things I've been trying to work on is being content with my body. And it is something I've never been content with. So something that I'm just constantly longing for. And there was a time in my life when actually I had younger kids and I was pretty content with my body. Not at the time, but I look back at that space and I'm like, wow, I looked pretty good then. And so I've been kind of caught in this space where I'm like, I want to be that again. And I was talking to my counselor about it recently because when you're trying to lose weight or change something about your body, it can just be all consuming. You can just be like, if I try and take something out of my diet, like carbohydrates, the first thing I want is carbohydrates. I try and, add exercise in it, and then all of a sudden it becomes a drag. And so it's such a work for me. And I know I'm not alone. I know that losing weight and that kind of thing is really difficult for a lot of people. So I was sharing with my counselor recently about it, and I said, I just said something really daring, and I said, what if I began to accept what was instead of constantly long for something else? And so that's pretty scary for me. I'm a good 20 pounds over where I should be. But ever since I've been through cancer treatment, it has been very, very difficult for me to get weight off. And I'm tired of constantly battling it. I'm taking good care of myself. I exercise, I eat healthy, but I'm not fitting in those clothes that I have in my closet that I really want to fit in. And so one thing my counselor said was, what if rather than constantly striving to be that size or that weight, if you looked at your life differently and you said, I'm so thankful for the time that I was that size. I'm so thankful for the time that I was that weight. And I was thinking how you could really translate that into other areas of your life too. Mother's Day is this weekend. And for many of us, it is just so exciting to have been a mother or have a great mother. And for some of us, it's not. For some of us, it's a reminder of, wow, this didn't exactly turn out how I thought it would. Or, I know one friend this year who had to make a decision to just kind of eliminate her mother from her life because she was totally toxic, and that's hard. So rather than saying, oh, I wish I had this relationship with my child or my mother, or I wish I had this, I wish I had that, maybe just celebrating the time that you did have or what you do have, right? So just being content. The Bible talks about contentment. When I think about this particular lesson that I'm learning, how do I put this into my balance for the soul, right? My SEEP program. So if you've downloaded my journal at charlottesoul.com, it's free. And I've got 4 aspects of the soul that we look at daily to see how am I doing today, so that when the hard things come into life, you're prepared for them. So I was thinking this particular issue, talk about balance, my spiritual life as far as being contentment. And I pulled out the verse Philippians 4:12. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. It's hard. That's hard. That's a goal, right? That we could be content, whether what situation we're in. I know that you know people who are surprisingly content in very difficult situations, and it's really, really wonderful that they can do that. Environmental. How's your environment? I had a situation one time where I had to break off contact with someone I loved very much because that relationship was hurting me at that particular time. And so how are you doing in that? Are you trying to reestablish that relationship you had? I was thinking about my little boys. If you know me, you know I raised 4 little boys. And there was days when they would just come up to me with a fist of dandelions and here, mommy, and just couldn't give me enough love. But fast forward 10 years and all of a sudden oh my gosh, being around me just seemed like the worst things to them. And that's so painful. And so I can't go through life being like, I wish that they would still surprise me with the dandelions, or one child would give me a heart-shaped cactus all the time when we were in Texas. And that's not the kind of care I get today, but I can be thankful that I did have it. And so that's environment. How's your environment? Emotions, I told you I got this bit of information from my counselor. I go to counseling. I take care of my emotions. I don't let them take control over me. And physical health, again, I was talking about weight loss, and I'm always striving to care for my body. Even though I'm going to be working to be content with what's here, I am trying to always care for it. Thank you for being here this morning. Please write me a little message. It's so nice to hear from you and what you think. It's a lot to step out here in faith and hope that I'm making a difference in your life. Visit me at charlottesoul.com. Download my free journal. Sign up for my mailing list. And like my page on Facebook, charlottesoul.com. Thanks. Have a great weekend.